Hey everybody, I'm Dodgelica, and welcome back to part 2 of Doctor Who The Lonely Assassins. Let's get going. So last time we were here, we had just about to give her the clues. See here. Someone special. Happily married man then, our Lawrence. I'm almost certain that this is the Nat Mo mentioned in his message. Seeing them makes this so much more real. He didn't make it seem like they were close. Or real. It is real, but I understand what you mean. A lot to process, isn't it? But just so we're sure, could you try finding a name for her?
Shark 1747.
What?
Shark 1747. Shark
Why? Harks?
1747.
That was weird. Hey, what? That was a call, right? The signal is odd. Who was it? No idea. Someone saying a whole bunch of random numbers. Very odd. It's hard for me to guess without hearing it myself, but it seemed like a hijacked phone signal. Could it be the data corruption? Just stand by. Could it be the data corruption? It's possible, but it doesn't quite match the corruption. Check the call history and see if the number plays back. I'll look into it when I can later. Lawrence's concerns. Wester Drumlins must be in a state of some sort. I'll look into it. We're missing some history here. My thoughts exactly. It's too bad they didn't take a further trip down memory lane. Buildings are truly anomalies of their own. People go on about the mysteries of space and the ocean, and buildings can hide even more secrets in plain sight. And this one seems like Sally and Lawrence have a history with it. Sacred Circle. Sacred Circle? This is a conspiracy theory message board. Used to peruse it myself for some fascinating insights. I never pegged Lawrence to be the type. What's this with his Jack fella? Experiencing glitches with his phone? Should I be worried? Sacred Circle sounds nefarious. Have you seen anything like it? Let's go with that one. Not at all. This is the first I've heard of something infecting your phone like that. And it's not a simple technical bug. Looks like it affected him psychologically too. That's horrifying. Jack's last words about Larry. He was right about Wester Drumlins. Yet another mention of that place. Do you think Lawrence could have helped him? Yet another mention of that place. Something tells me this won't be the last reference to it either. All roads lead to Rome, or a creepy house in London. Corrupted photo. Aha! Progress! Fabulous. What kind of progress? The items are more like fragments, really. The two pieces you scan connect to each other. Interesting, but no new files then? No, not yet anyway. We still don't really know where this leads. We'll get a better picture when we've got all the pieces. So keep calm and carry on scanning. Corrupted email. Good or bad? Ha, you tell me. You see, it's puzzling. We did guess correctly. All the fragments do seem to fit together, so it looks like we are getting somewhere. Sensing something not making sense to you? You're really getting to know me. And you're spot on. You see, that's 3 pieces now. And none of them link to the other data on the phone. They should, but they don't. It's almost like they were never supposed to be on Lawrence's phone. Maybe last piece will make sense of this. I think you're right, or at least I hope you're right. Go get the rest. I'll be waiting. By the way, it looks like the corruption is blocking a direct link. Might be worth checking out that email again to see where it leads. Did I check stuff on the browser? Alabama's blue box. I can't remember. Oh, I hadn't. Okay. Alabama's blue box. A report on sightings of a strange blue box in Alabama in 1955. Let's see. Go back. Bookmarks. Into the unknown. Okay, Alabama block. Aha. Show me? Nope, not interested. Okay. Clue found. Corrupted website. Drumlin's disappearances. How did I miss the browser? You'd think that'd be one place I'd actually go to. And look. Urban legends claim Wester Drumlin is a haunted house with a history steeped in mystery and death. Once a fine home in the boroughs of London, the building has long since fallen into disrepair. Its once luxurious decor has been the victim of neglect and vandals, though in recent years its reputation has deterred most uninvited guests. Visitors. I can read. Many have walked by Wester Drumlin's without realizing its paranormal significance, but its run-down appearance hides a dark history. Written histories of the property are contradictory and confusing. Some say the house once belonged to the Satchwells, a married couple of discreet wealth, who lived there happily for many decades. Their tenancy ended when they were mysteriously vanished in the late 1960s. Nobody knows how or when this happened, but the place fell into disrepair after their departure. Whatever the explanation, they weren't the last people to... Oh. I should probably scan. What happened despite the number of police inquiries over the decades, none of the missing people have ever been found. In a sinister twist, we can reveal that no investigation has ever unearthed evidence or even an indication of how or why they disappeared. Upload clue. Let's do Alabama blue box. It's probably about the TARDIS. Blue box. That must be the Doctor's space-time machine, the TARDIS. I don't have a record of it in Alabama, though. But looks like this occurred around the time of the civil rights movement, specifically when Rosa Parks was resisting bus segregation. It was an iconic moment for the cause. You know, and the Doctor does like to be present at significant historical events. Sorry, Doctor Who? It's complicated, but long story short, that's my person of interest. I like to keep tabs on him, her, them. It's hard to keep track. That's the problem with time-traveling aliens, I suppose. They don't always show up in the right order, and sometimes not always in the same body. But that old phone box is always a dead giveaway. A doctor at a police box. The doctor in a police phone box seems a little encourageous. Well, the Doctor's not really a doctor, per se. And the box has nothing to do with the police. That phone box is actually a TARDIS. Could call it a spaceship, but it can travel through time as well. Its appearance is just a disguise or cloaking field, I think. It's a chameleon circuit, but that's just me. Yeah, you think she'd know that. Time-traveling alien doctor. Why not? That's the gist of it, yes. I have to say, all things considered, you're adjusting to all of this remarkably well. Anyway, this discovery proves my hunch. Lawrence was indeed looking for the Doctor. I also suspected the Doctor had something to do with you getting a hold of Lawrence's phone. Maybe... Wait, hang on, the Doctor led me to this phone? Might just be a coincidence. But from my admittedly brief experiences with the Doctor, coincidences are rare. We must focus on finding Lawrence. But if you come across any more references to the TARDIS or the Doctor, do send them to me. That might give me some leads to the Doctor's current location. Keep investigating, please. You're doing a fabulous job. But we need more information about where Lawrence is now and what he's doing. Drumlin's disappearances. These urban legend websites always seem wildly implausible, but I've stumbled across my fair share of leads on them before. Suppose when you actually discover something truly bizarre or improbable, you tend to share it with people who might believe you. How did 12 people go missing like that? Let's do that one. Honestly, you'd be surprised at how many people go missing without anyone noticing, but it seems our Lawrence notices these sorts of things. At any rate, this will help with establishing Lawrence's thought process. So, he's not the conventional sort, but could make things difficult. That could make things difficult. And the corrupted website. Well done! Looks like the last one. See here. Thanks. You're going to put them together now? That's the plan. I'm going to run some algorithms to try to piece them together. This may take a while. You could continue exploring the phone in the meantime. I'll let you know when I'm done. Okay. Well, here's their shop. Wait a second. When did the background change? Link. See if I remember correctly. I'm missing since I think it's February. It's like the 17th is when they started asking. Yeah, okay, so 02 17 22 21 71 Timber Street. Timber Street. She said she was 45. Brown eye color. Female. Natasha Nightingale. See, update for you, buddy. I'm afraid it's not good news. I asked around, and you were pretty much the last person to see Natasha. No signs of forced entry or anyone coming over to the fence into your home. And from what you tell me, pretty much all personal effects are still in the house. So she clearly didn't go anywhere on her own. Checked in with a couple of pals at Scotland Yard, too. Had them run every database I could think of. Not a sniff. Not in the whole of London. I hate to sound corny, but it's like she just vanished into thin air. Sorry, Lawrence. She was your wife, and I know this must be hard to hear, but this is the deadest of dead ends I've seen in my 16 years doing this job. I think this investigation is over. Well, that's gotta suck for him to hear. Must have been awful to know that neither a private investigator nor the police could help. Luckily, we're neither of those things. You're really getting into this, aren't you? That's the kind of determination we need. The report is rather conclusive. I was afraid of this. Quite a few of my ex-colleagues disappeared while on assignment. Losing people never gets easy. It never gets easier. And to lose your spouse? I imagine that's much harder. I've had a closer look at what you sent me so far, and I'm seeing some worrying interference in some of the data. I think Lawrence and Natasha may be in serious trouble. You can tell that from data? I'm a scientist. It's what we do. We need to redouble our efforts at finding Lawrence and Natasha. What about the doctor? When people are in trouble, helping them is our priority. It's what the doctor would do. Anyway, I'm certain we'll find more clues about the doctor along the way. So what's the plan? Ideally, UNIT would be the best agency to handle this. These types of odd cases are a specialty, after all. What sort of agency is this exactly? I think I've heard about UNIT before. What? How? It is highly classified information. But you've come this far, so you deserve to know. The Unified Intelligent Task Force, UNIT for short. Our job is to keep Earth safe. Officially, we don't exist anymore. Unofficially, some of us kept going in secret to solve this time fracture debacle right now. Should I be worried about this time fracture? Not yet? I'm sure we'll get a handle on it eventually. If we don't, well, the less you know about the possible end of the universe in the near future, the better. But back to the matter at hand. It's down to us to solve this, so what do you think we should look into next? Looks like West Drumlands may be important. You're right. Lawrence's messages to Sally do imply that there's something off about that place. And it's connected to Natasha's disappearance somehow. Who has to look through Lawrence's voicemail also implies that them from Wester Drumlands. Good spot. I noticed that. What are your thoughts about the ominous them? Well, it feels worrying. My thoughts precisely. At any rate, Lawrence specifically mentioned Wester Drumlands. That makes it our next lead. I've managed to recover some new data. Let's see what you find out about the place. What are you going to do? I'm going to investigate Lauren's house personally. With both him and his wife disappearing, I just hope I'm not the next one to go missing. Restoring Mr. Flint's chat. Restoring mails. Restoring gallery. Gallery. Okay. Nope. Don't like this. Stop it. What are you doing? Stop it. How do I make it stop? No. Nope, I didn't like that at all. Oh gosh. Let go back. I'll mess with you later. Can I still can't look at that. Well, poo on you. Sally Sparrow. Last year. So what's it then? Articles live. Into the unknown. Isn't exactly the BBC, is it? It's better this way. Too much attention and people might take it as a challenge. I trust her, Annie. She knows what she's doing. No one's stepping foot in that house again. Then we finally put this behind us? I think so. Honestly, it's a relief. Oh, I feel at least 10 stones lighter. Oh, pun not intended. Relax. I think we've earned the right to joke about it now. I guess you're right. But still, I know it was always difficult for you. I hope you can finally make some peace with this, Sally. Maybe. It never felt right before. Think of it this way. Kathy would be livid if she knew you spent all this time groveling. Oh, definitely guilty of that. I just need to be sure that it wouldn't happen again to anyone. Speaking of Kathy, is that what you did? To move on, I mean? Well, yeah, my sister can get quite scary. But I also think that the situation was impossible to solve all at once. I kind of took it slow. Made sure I could breathe in between, you know? Larry, that's too easy. Too easy? No, it's brave. None of this is easy. I think that's the first time you've called me that. What, brave? I definitely have. Not in those exact words, maybe. For what it's worth, I'm glad it was you. I mean, all things considered, not that I want it to happen. Me too, Larry. Thanks for sticking with me through it, even after well, I'm happy we're friends. Oh, they're talking about the fact that they kind of we're supposed to have a relationship. At least it seemed to be leaning that way, and then everything fell apart, I guess. What do you think you'll do now? What do you think you'll do now it's over? Good question. It's one I can't answer just yet. You know what? I think I can find some comfort in that. Emoji party. Mr. Flint. Mr. Nightingale, what do you want? I've tried to be civil about this, and against my advice, you continue to be a thorn in my side. Mr. Flint, I have no idea what you're on about. If you have any issues with the renovations, you'll have to bring it up with the council. Save it. I spent 2 hours cutting up all the red tape you tried to throw in my direction. You can't stop me from doing what I wish on my property. You don't understand. Why don't we talk about this? This is not a discussion. Just let this go and walk away. My previous email still stands.
I said 3 sugars, you absolute imbecile. Mr. Nightingale, my dear chap, how did it get to this? I will tell you how it got to this, Nightingale. Your insane crusade to try to stop me carrying out renovations in my cellar. Now, most people know me as an easygoing man who... For God's sake, make a fresh cup and get it right this time, you glistening simpleton.
He doesn't sound like a nice person, does he?
Who prefers to find common ground. But in this case, the only grounds in question belong to me. Wester Drumlins is mine to do with as I wish, and I intend to open up its cellars. Attempt to coerce or scare me again, and I shall contact both my lawyers and the police. Actually, I rather think the boys in blue would be fascinated by your tales of killer statues, might even get you committed. And if you think you could remain silent when they pull you in for questioning, the chief constable is an old golfing friend of mine. He'd make you sing, Nightingale. He'd make you sing. I've so enjoyed our little chat. Toodle pip.
See, I don't like people like that. People who are like super rude to wait staff. Because they're trying, usually, I mean, there's exceptions, but usually they're trying to do their job the best they can. And I think anyone that's rude like that, it shows their character and that they don't have a very good character. So, other than the fact that he's being mean to Larry, I am not a fan of Mr. Flint. Who else? Who's Oscar Huang? Hello, Mr. Nightingale. I'm at the shop right now, but it's still locked. Tried calling Mrs. Nightingale, but she's not picking up. Mr. Nightingale, are we supposed to be closed today? I've got some customers out here with me too. Sorry, Oscar, sorry. Tell everyone the shop's closed until further notice. Do you let the others know too? Thanks. Is everything okay? I'm sorry to bother you again. Do I still have a job? Is this because I accidentally melted some of the merchandise on their DVD display? Are you both going bankrupt? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've been thinking about myself. I should have pushed for more sales. Oscar, calm down. It's one of those things. Nat's missing. So sorry, Mr. Nightingale. Please let me know if I can help anything. Hi, Oscar. Going to take you up on that offer. Could you come over and pick up the keys to the shop, please? I might be going on a trip. Of course, on my way. You're going to look for Mrs. Nightingale? Something like that. I'm leaving you in charge while I'm gone. I won't let you down, sir. Okay, that's new for chats. Mail. Let's see. Hey, Ranny. How far is this? Okay. Hey, Ranny. Hope you're all well with you. Sally and I just want to thank you again for your help with our Western Drummond's article. Getting it featured on some high-profile sites as well as a few of the urban... Oh, so they wrote the Western Drummond article. Okay. Urban legend sites really was going above and beyond the call of duty, something we both appreciate. There's no way we'd have managed to get it published so quickly and seen so widely without your help and advice. I doubt anyone else would have given us a hand. I can't say I blame them, to be honest. The things I've seen, the stuff I know about, well, most people wouldn't believe a word of it. The fact you listened and understood meant the world to me. Clyde was right. You're a special person. By the way, how is he? Not seen him for ages. Tell him I say hi and send him my congrats. I see his homeless charity has just open up its third shelter. Oh, meant to say I saw that some sites refused to publish articles anonymously for those who gave Sally and me the pseudonym of Kalaniah Wallers. Very nice. I see what you did there. Thanks again, Lawrence. P.S. I saw the piece you wrote in the Metropolitan magazine about devils of the sea, helping waylaid mariners. Absolutely fascinating. Ranny. I feel like I should know that name, but I don't. I have no idea. Hi, Lawrence. No worries. It was my pleasure to help. Given what you and Sally experienced, I think it's best we don't let anyone near Wester Drumlins ever again. Let's hope your article keeps any potential buyers well away. I'm glad you liked the pseudonym. Do let me know if Kalaniah Wallers has any more stories of the bizarre. You've got quite a few editors interested in your style. Cheers, Ronnie. Okay, is that the only... Okay. Okay. Dear Mr. Nightingale, hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to provide you with an update regarding your previous complaint of the Wester Drumlins estate. On February 3rd, 2021, an agent was dispatched to the property to investigate the concern outlined to your correspondence. After a thorough inspection, they found the building up to code. Thus, we have no plans to proceed with further action at this point. At this time, we understand that you've submitted a total of 3 reports concerning their estate since its acquisition. Our team has investigated each of these claims, but they continue to find no evidence of wrongdoing. Unfortunately, we cannot entertain any further complaints regarding Wester Drumlins without absolute evidence. If you have a dispute with the property owner, we suggest you connect them directly or seek the aid of a mediation service to resolve the issue. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any other concerns. Regards, Eloise Hahn, Council Support Representative, Britannia Housing Council. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Okay. Gonna give you this one. How very diplomatic, Mr. Flint. He's the current owner of Wester Drumlins. That's why Lawrence was... Stop calling me.
Watcher 9327.
Watcher?
Watcher 9327. Watcher 9327.
Let's see here. Sorry to have explained. He's the current owner of Wester Drumlins. That's why Mr. Lawrence was locked horns with him. Got another weird call, didn't you? What was this one like? Same, just static and numbers. Did you notice any patterns? Both messages started with a word, so there's some consistency to them, but it doesn't tell us much, which makes it another mystery to add to our stockpile. Just a second. I just pulled up some information from the call data. Looks like both calls were old landline numbers. Very old numbers. Probably 70 or 80 years old, in fact. Can you trace the source? Theoretically, I could, but I'd rather pay full attention to our main investigation. The phone's corruption might be causing these calls. Best we wait and see if it happens again. I have more pressing issues right now. Hang on. Yes, I thought so. There was an article about Western Drumlin website you scanned earlier. Wait a second, look. Kalaniah Wallers. It's an anagram. Can you see what of? Can't believe I didn't spot it immediately. Kalaniah Wallers is an anagram of Lawrence and Sally. Lawrence and Sally must have spread stories about Wester Drumlins to keep people away from it. And Lawrence was also dealing with Mr. Flint. Why was he so determined to make people steer clear of Wester Drumlins? I could pay it a visit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She didn't like that. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but that may not be the best idea for now. That's frustrating. I had hoped we would find out more. What do you mean? I mean, we did learn some things. but I don't know how useful they are to us at this point. We know Lawrence and Sally wanted to keep people away from Wester Drumlins and went to great lengths for it. We've had a dead end. I don't know how much more we can do on our own with just the phone data to go on. Did you find anything at Lawrence's house? Clearly wasn't been home in a while. His car was nearby, though, and the keys to it were in his living room. All the stuff he ordered for that party is still in the boot. Anything else? Well, there was something odd about the master bedroom. An outline of dust on the wall in front of the dresser, like something was taken off the wall. I'm guessing it was the dressing table mirror. You sure it was a mirror? Most likely. I mean, it's not like you're hanging on old paintings over the dresser, would you? It seems like everything is just leading to more questions right now. What should we do? Whatever's going on, Wester Drumlins is the center of it. Lawrence seemed to believe that anyway. I managed to contact a colleague of mine, Aisha. She's going to have a look around Wester Drumlins. That sounds rather risky. If anyone can handle this, it's Aisha. She's one of Unit's finest surveyors, very thorough and resourceful, so definitely the person we need on the field. So you know her well? Yeah, well, sort of. Aisha and I have been on a lot of Unit adventures together. I trust her to have my back, and I do the same for her. Funny story, actually. I once got Aisha out of a difficult scrap involving a cyborg shark and a bobsled. Her radio expertise came in handy, too. That's normal for you, then? Well, normal is a relative term in a strange universe. Anyway, I'll drop Aisha a message now. Meanwhile, you could look through the phone again to see if we missed anything. Let me know if you find something. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. This is probably going to be more than... Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. We're not stopping yet. Listen to what he has to say first.
Lawrence. Larry.
Huh?
I was devastated to hear about your wife.
Yeah, sure you were.
Natalie, I believe her name is.
Uh-huh.
Or was. But it does rather prove my point. That you should end your fixation with my property, Wester Drumlins. I've been a patient man, Larry. Throughout all your...
He's turning to stone.
And let's be frank, your threats...
Have you been staring at angels?
But I've instructed my lawyer, Derbyshire and Mills, to seek a restraining order against you.
Uh-huh.
Your obsession with my property must cease forthwith.
Well...
That's just something you have to face. Incidentally, my contractors have reported seeing a figure on the grounds of WD on several occasions.
You should get that checked out on your cheek.
We both know it's you. Naughty, naughty.
Well, he's missing, so it's kind of hard for it to be him.
I upgraded the property security, and you would be ill-advised to go on another one of your snooping expeditions. Call it a day, Mr. Nightingale. It is over.
Sure. Bye.
I don't want you within a stone's throw of Wester Drumlins.
Not letting me in the call. Well, that's not good. I didn't like that. Okay, we'll talk to OSGOOD one more time. Got something. Drop that call. I need to talk to you. Hello? Ahem. Sorry, I couldn't hang up. The corrupted data. I've managed to extract some information from it, but I'm limited in terms of what I can do from here. You'll have to decrypt the data on Lawrence's phone. Sure. Wait. Why? Because my algorithms ran through every possible combination, nothing happened, but considering it came from his phone, I don't think it's going to do anything unless it's pieced together on Lawrence's phone. That means you're up, partner. Go back to the Wester Drumlins album in the gallery. That album appears to be the source of these data shifts. Piece together the fragments there, and I'll monitor the situation from here. I can do that. I'm on it. Great. Like a jigsaw puzzle. Just tap and hold the pieces to move them around. The pieces fit, they'll snap together. Just keep doing that till you complete the image. Good luck. Alrighty. So I'm going to leave it here. I will continue this series here soon. You guys like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And you have a wonderful day. Stay safe.